What is up guys, this is Tito back with another video on the Redmi K20 Pro, and today in this video I'm going to be showing you how can you flash the Evolution-X ROM based on Android 13 on your Redmi K20 Pro of course. And here you can find the link from this pinned post on the Evolution-X's support group, and as you can see this is the SourceForge link that you will find. Let me actually open the desktop view so that you can see. As you can see, it's like 21 hours ago, and here this particular build is the second Android 13 build. It's mentioned, and the bugs are also mentioned, like NFC and Bluetooth have been fixed, but UDFPS or fingerprint scanner will not be working. So if you use your device as primary, I would not suggest, because the UDFPS and stuff is important for some, and of course fingerprint scanner will not be working on this particular build as of right now. Maybe in future it will work, but yes, as of right now it will not work supposedly. So right now let me just switch again to the official website of the SourceForge kind of link of Evolution-X ROMs, and these texts SQ3A, if you are noticing right after the OTA text, that simply means they are Android 12.1 builds. And to recognize which is the Android 13 build, this TP1A that you should look at, as you can see the OTA and TP1A right here, you can see the last thing like the 818. So yeah, that simply means 18th August build, and this is the particular build that I have already downloaded. As you can see, this is the 818, and here also it's the same name if you look at the last thing. So yeah, it's about 2 GB I would say. And right now let me actually show you. Here I am on the 17th August build, if you are noticing, that is based on Android 12 or 12L. So this is pretty much, I would say, the last time that I will be on Android 12L on this device. So right now I'm gonna be showing you how can you flash the Android 13 based Evolution-X ROM. So let's begin. And of course you need to have the Orange Fox recovery, the latest one as of right now. I'll list everything below in the description. Even if you don't know how to flash a custom recovery, you can get the video guide in the description again. By the way, let me tell you, my storage is decrypted, so I always flash the disable force encryption kind of zip, and I'm gonna do that for this session as well. So let's just hit the power menu, then click on advanced, then just directly reboot to the recovery. So right now we have successfully booted to the Orange Fox recovery, and again I was decrypted, so I am gonna just wipe things. I'm not gonna format data or something as of right now. Let's see if it works without formatting data. So I'm just gonna wipe Dalvik, cache, system, vendor and data. I'll select these 5 things and I'll just swipe to wipe. The wiping is done. Let's head back to the home and let's go into the download folder. The first thing that I'm gonna flash is the firmware. Let's flash this, the latest one. This is the 99 MB 1251 firmware if you're looking at the name over here. So yeah, this is the latest Android 11 firmware that I'm flashing, which I do normally. Let's click on add to queue, then head back where you have downloaded the Android 13 based Evolution-X ROM. So this is the file, and if you're noticing this OTA TP1A, so yeah, this is the file that I'm gonna select right now and then add to queue again, because we need to flash that disable force encryption zip. This is the zip that I'm going to flash, and you can get the links for all of these in the description, so you should not worry. If you want to view the queue, this is the queue. I have selected the firmware, the ROM file and the disable force encryption kind of zip. So let's just head back, and right now I'm gonna swipe to install and wait for the time being. So currently it's automatically rebooting to system because I had that option selected. Let's see what happens. And we can actually see the Evolution-X logo, the boot animation I mean. And we have successfully booted into the system. So it shows welcome to your Pixel and these animations appear. So right now I'm gonna just select the language and stuff, then click on get started. And let's continue with the setup. I don't have the SIM card in the device, so I'm gonna skip this part. And right now I'm gonna connect to my Wi-Fi, and seems like it's connected. I can see the Wi-Fi icon right there. And I can see all my app data backups, and I'm gonna restore this particular backup of my Redmi Note 10 Pro. And let's just select that. So we will see if the Google App Data Backup restoring works or not on Android 13. So it's showing the fingerprint scanner option, but it's not detecting the fingerprint scanner. So yeah, FOD will not work over here, I think. So let's just do it later. I just clicked on and let's continue without the fingerprint scanner setup. And if you're noticing, this prepare for emergency icon looks a bit different to me at least. And here it shows setup always on display. I'll just turn it on and let's just click on done for now and no thanks. And for the swipe to navigate option, I will use the navigation and I'll just swipe up to go home. So it did restore the backup of my home screen. So let me just see. This is how the quick setting panel looks like. It looks pretty similar to Android 12L, but just notice on the bottom we have the settings and the power menu just like this. I mean the power button. Let me just disable the dark theme and see. So yeah, this is how the white theme actually will look like, or light theme will actually look like. Still we have the light kind of quick setting panel, and the brightness slider I can just turn it down a little bit so that you guys can see it better. Right now it's time that we head back to the settings, and here we go. In the Android version section, if you are looking at it up close, we have the Android version as Android 13. That is just huge. The Evolution X version shows as 7.0, still Eve, and for Rafael official of course. The security patch is latest of August 5th, 2022. We still have the Evolution X logo like this. So yeah, the Evolution X Easter egg does not appear over here. But if we keep tapping on Android 13 kind of text. Alright, so if we make this clock to 1 o'clock, then it shows 13. And as you can see, you can actually change these things to the background over here to emojis just like this. Looks dope, I would say. And you can also change it to these ones. And yeah, I think, yeah, there are a couple of more options if you're noticing. So all of these looks really cool. We have some flowers and the smileys again and some strawberry kind of things and some monkeys. Then we get the planets or the moons. Then we have clocks. A lot of things appear over here. Again, we have multiple different emojis. Earth, moon, everything is there, like the Saturn and stuff. And again, some flowers, apple and some fruits. We have some heart kind of emojis. And again, the monkeys, it just does it randomly, I guess. We can see whale and some bubbles. Pretty much you are getting the environment kind of thing, like the sea and stuff. Then we have again the fruits. So I think it shuffles between the emojis. So yeah, a lot of kind of different kind of emojis that you will get from here if you just tap and hold over here. Just notice how many different options it shows. Enough of that, enough of the doodle kind of thing. But here it's actually restoring my Google app data backup. And here we have the Soviet star kernel still. And the build date right now shows as 18th August 2022. And here we have the build maintainer as Joe, of course. And the SNX status shows as enforcing. Let's check out the system settings. We have the gesture settings right here. And swipe to screenshot option is already there. And in the gesture navigation, let's see what options we get. We have the swipe to invoke assistant. So yeah, this is actually working. And the animation, if you're looking at it, it seems a little bit different from Android 12L, I would say. If I just do this, just notice this animation is definitely different. This is Android 12L and this is Android 13. So yeah, you are getting a brand new animations everywhere, I guess. Let me go back. We have the 2-button and 3-button navigations. And here we have the one-handed mode. That looks still similar, and we have the quickly open camera option. Then we have the other things like the press and hold power button kind of options. By the way, let me show you which apps do we get. We have it all, it's already downloading the apps in the background, but yes, we have these kind of apps. The Papers app is still there, so you will get the Evolution X's wallpapers, I guess, right over here. But of course, we are still getting that like weird kind of camera, the older Google camera. And we have this kind of location permission, precise or approximate. It was there in Android 12L, but just notice this dialog box is kind of rounded and squared up a lot. And if you're looking at these buttons, they look different, I would say, from Android 12L, to me at least. So I'll just give it permission while using the app. And yes, let me take a picture quickly. And yeah, it is a 12 megapixel photo, no problems with that. And it has plenty amount of details, no issues. But yeah, we have this particular camera by default. Let's open Play Store, and in the Play Store it shows Play Protect device is certified, so that's great. Let's look at the power menu, how it looks. Okay, so we do have the advanced reboot still, and I can directly reboot to the recovery or fast boot from right here. So yeah, it's getting connected to my Bluetooth device. AC audio shows up right there. And let me see the volume panel with that. Looks like this. It does not have that like device switching option as of right now. So I'm just playing Evolution X ROM's video, the 6.7, which I was on earlier. And here, just notice this is how the scrolling bar actually looks. It looks different and beautiful, I would say. Yes, the screen is a little bit flickering. I think I have to enable the DC dimming later. But yeah, this is how it looks. And once I scroll in this, it looks like this. And I think I can switch the volume from right here. And yes, just notice how beautiful this volume switching kind of thing actually looks. Working super fine. And yeah, the speaker is working fine. That's confirmed. And you can increase or decrease the volume just like this. The animation is much more fluid, I would say, when compared to the Android 12L's animations. Let's see if it appears in the lock screen too. And yep, it appeared in the lock screen. But yeah, it was playing in Chrome. That's why I did not show the media cover art for longer. We still have the front camera settings like this. Let me go to the other settings like the display settings. Let's see what else do we get. In the lock screen settings, we have the advanced settings and you can enable the pickup option if you want to. But let's actually see how the lock screen looks. So this is how the lock screen actually looks. Just notice this clock is smaller right now on the always on display, but in the lock screen, it becomes a lot more bolder, I would say. But yeah, you can see there is a drastic difference in terms of the clock once you are in the lock screen and the always on display, which was not the case for Android 12L, I would say. And let's see which default wallpapers that we are getting. Let's go into the change wallpaper section. We can see there are the living universe. So yeah, pretty much these wallpapers you will get. And this is how the search panel actually looks. Just notice it shows you the Google searches and stuff. Let's go with the Evolution Access wallpaper for now. I'll click on home screen and lock screen. And it actually shows one app is active. If I click on it, it shows Play Store is active, as you can see. So yeah, Play Store is active because it's restoring my data. Let's jump into the settings again and just look at the animations, how beautiful it appears. Yeah, it looks good. In the display and size, you can actually see how the font and display will look. We have the bold text and high contrast settings. We have all these revamped settings panel over here. And we have the night light, the colors you can change to boosted or saturated from right here. Let me go back. We have the double tap to wake right here. That's pretty much all because right now it's too early, I would say, for more features. But yeah, we do have the always show time and info, that's the always on display, and the wake screen for notification and stuff. Then we have control from lock device over here it shows, and we have the double line clock and stuff enabled. In the wallpapers and styles, you will get multiple color options right now. Even from the wallpapers, just notice you will get, I think, 16 options for the colors, the Monet theme engine colors. And here, if I just change it to green, so yeah, it did change to green. If you're noticing, this is how it changes. And yeah, the colors are multiple options right now, and there are plethora of options for the colors, I would say. Even for the basic colors, just notice how many options are there. And we have up to 5x5 grid. The themed icon options are there. In terms of sound and vibration, let me scroll down. We have the charging sound and vibration. Then we got the Misc sound enhancer still. And let me just enable it. We can choose it to youth edition if we want. And we have the choose preset, smart scene, and the enable hi-fi option. We still have the clear speaker option. So a lot more options are there actually. Even though this is the second build, I'm pretty surprised. We have the always show icon when in vibrate mode and these kind of things. Vibrate and haptics customization is also there. Touch feedback and stuff is there. And yes, it's giving me a haptic feedback whenever I'm going back and stuff. And here inside security, let's go. And here we have the lock after screen timeout, but there is no quick unlock as of right now. There is only the fingerprints option and there is no face unlock or app lock option. You should not expect those too early, I would say. And here in the battery settings, we have the battery percentage enabling option, revolutionary feature, and we have the battery temperature showing up on the bottom. Of course, charging cycle and stuff are still not implemented yet. And let's see if we have the newer kind of features of Android 13. Let me just copy some text from here. Copy link text. And as you can see, we have this as a note right here. And I can see all the texts from here. And I can copy it or edit it. This is pretty much a clipboard. and you can actually customize your clipboard however you want to. If I copy it again, as you can see, I can share it from right here. So this is great. Let me just take a screenshot right here. And yes, right now it did take the screenshot. We have the share, edit, delete and the capture mode feature. Let me click on capture mode. And yes, it does work. Let me click on this markup kind of thing. And right here, I can write any kind of text. It will appear just like this. So yeah, you can edit it out just however you want to. So yeah, the newer clipboard and the screenshot features are just amazing. So yes, I'll be making a full review video of the Android 13 experience on the Redmi K20 Pro. Do stay tuned for that. But yes, the camera is working, the sound is working, and the whole UI is actually feeling a lot more smoother than I have expected it to be. And here the split top mode and stuff are still there. They should be working good enough, I would say. And just notice how quickly it emerges. So I'm just loving the Android 13 experience overall. And yes, pretty much I'm gonna be using this as like secondary device right now. But still, the fingerprint scanner and stuff is not working. So if you have a Redmi K20 Pro as your primary device, I will not suggest using this as your daily driver. Definitely let me know in the comments what do you guys think about this video, and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Share this video with your friends if they want to install Android 13 on their Redmi K20 Pro. They can do that with this particular video. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not yet. This is Tito signing off, and I'll be catching you guys in the next one. Bye bye now.